How's everybody doing out there? This is the Black Effect, the real Black Effect. I want to talk about lowbrow content. Lowbrow content seems to be the thing that people always gravitate to. The YouTube algorithm and social media filter that type of content. They put that at the forefront. These are the things that get a lot of hits. And it's lowbrow content. People don't want to see things that edify them, that educate them. They don't want to hear advice. Yes, those things get hits as well, but nowhere close to the lowbrow content. Lowbrow content, what do I mean? Content that is at the expense of other people, content that is low in moral character, content that exposes someone else, again, is at someone else's expense. Even in Christianity, like you have this thing called exposure ministry where pastors and people are talking about other Christians, talking about what they not doing, they going to hell, a bunch controversial topics, talking about people and creating controversy. Those things get more hits than people preaching the gospel, just preaching the unadulterated gospel. And that's what I'm saying. It's reflective of the society, man. People love to see a mess. Like lowbrow content. You have police body cam footage of DUIs showing people getting a DUI and showing them acting a fool. People love to watch that. It gets a lot of hits. You have content of people getting evicted. There's people who go and evict people out of their homes and record the whole thing. And if the people act a fool, that's even better. That's more hits. Lowbrow content, man. Even some of these predator catcher channels. I think what is that guy, Chris Hansen? I think that guy creates lowbrow content. You have you put out these ads on here, you record the women talking dirty, the cops they're talking dirty. Then you get the guy over there and you want to, if the more he acts a fool, that's the more hits you get. The cops come rough him up. Hey, that's more hits. This is lowbrow content. If you want to just catch them, just catch them. Like, you don't have to record it. At the end of the day, the cops never recorded that footage. Lowbrow content, prank videos, any type of prank video where you're doing something silly at someone else's expense, almost getting yourself hurt. That's lowbrow content, man. It's not anything that is educating someone. It's not edifying anyone. Lowbrow describes culture, entertainment, or art that is accessible, unpretentious, and not intellectually demanding, often characterized as popular, simple, or vulgar compared to highbrow. These things, you have a vulgar, just dance video, chicks taking off, chicks dancing around, gyrating, taking off a little clothes, showing you a little skin. That's anytime you put a half naked woman in something, it's always gonna get some hits. It's always gonna do that. That's because people are too busy thinking carnal minded. They too busy on the internet trying to get a cheap thrill. They don't want to learn nothing. They don't want to educate themselves. It's like just sitting down and turning on the TV. We've seen shows who has totally similar stories about how people, in the future, people just gonna be consuming fart videos, and seen this on The Simpsons. Like, we got to do better, man. Quit supporting all of this lowbrow stuff. Like, people, like I said, doing videos, recording people getting evicted, man. Like, it's all type of stuff like that. Videos, people going around recording people who homeless, recording people who on dope, recording people just going around recording prostitutes on the street, just going about recording them. Like, that's lowbrow content, but it get a lot of hits, man. You just going around Figueroa recording prostitutes. The First Amendment auditing thing, like, dudes going around antagonizing people, but we love to see that. And again, the more the person crashes out, the better. You want to see that. We love to see beef videos. People talk about who they beefing with. Somebody always getting into it. Controversy. Be honest, man. Like, even if it's yourself who I'm talking to, man, just be honest with yourself and be like, man, yeah, I do be consuming a lot of that, and do better. Change the trajectory, man, of what you watch, but of what you consume with your eyes and ears. You understand? The eyes are the window to the soul. Like, we're consuming like a lot of this lowbrow content, and I'm guilty of it too. I've done it before, but I try to limit that. internet. I try to definitely consume more positive programming, more programming that is going to edify me, edify my spirit, and things like that. Definitely more than you consume this lowbrow content, giving it hits, getting all these millions of views. It doesn't make any sense, man. Oh, well, it does make sense because that's what people want. So look, man, just absorb what I said in that video. Think about it. Look at some of the content that's on the internet that you see getting all these hits. Think about, is it lowbrow or highbrow? So with that being said, this is the Black Effect. Gone.